my beauty family, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, hi, my name is Victoria and I'm here to share with you my passion about makeup and skincare. So if you still haven't joined my family, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will be notified about my future videos. Also follow me on Instagram and I have a TikTok account with the same username. Okay guys, so my face is going through a lot right now, you can definitely tell, but even though I feel like I need a break from everything right now after this holiday season, I'm still super duper excited about this new launch from Makeup by Mario that he just launched on December 26th, and today we're gonna review it and I'm massively excited because I was able to get a hold of my color and I'm ready to play. I'm ready to talk about this foundation and to see how it's wearing throughout the day and to show you all pros and cons. So yeah, if you love Makeup by Mario, if you love new makeup, if you love playing with new makeup, keep watching and let's check this new foundation. So on December 26th, Makeup by Mario released new SurrealSkin liquid foundation that retails for $42. This foundation has 30 shades and he released kind of like a makeup tutorial using this foundation, and the thing is he was mentioning that this is good for all skin types, even if you have acne, if you have any type of discolorations, hyperpigmentation, it's gonna cover everything. It's a buildable, really breathable formula. He sure got me because I used to be acne prone. Sometimes I may still break out, so my skin may be not as even as I would love it to see, and it just, you know, on a model while he was doing this, it looked so good. He also mentioned that those shades are really flexible, so sometimes you may find out that a couple of shades may match your skin perfectly, which I thought was really interesting. Here's how this bottle looks. So we do have here a glass bottle, white cap and metal pump. I love pump, it's so easy to play with pump. The shelf life is 12 months, so you have a whole year to play with your foundation, which I thought was really good. And you're getting here 30 milliliters. It's kind of like normal for all foundations. The bottle feels heavy because of the glass. Also, this product made in USA. And he also released F4 brush, which I thought was pretty cool. And I wanted to get that too, you know, to get a feel of whole of the situation. But unfortunately, store where I went didn't have this brush. So most likely we're gonna use today a beauty blender. This foundation is a liquid formula. It has natural finish. It's supposed to be hydrating and long wearing. Also, it gives you really nice flawless medium coverage that you can build to the full. You can make it sheer or you can build the coverage, just, you know, play with this. So he mentioned about his own new moisture grip technology, and this is what they added to make sure that your skin is glowy and hydrated. Also, it has grapeseed oil and vegetable squalene. Those are two oils that are massively hydrating for your skin, and honestly they have so many benefits that I'm excited to actually see them in this ingredients list. Also, this foundation contains perfecting powders, so those powders are supposed to smooth and enhance the finish. The thing is about this foundation, I wanted to film this video for 2 days and I wanted to show you 2 days of a crazy wear test. I filmed already first part, which was mostly on my phone throughout the day, and at the end of the night I showed you my skin and I was talking about that, but I'll show you that piece a little bit later. Today is technically going to be my second day of wearing this foundation, and what I've noticed that those perfecting powders that I mentioned in the ingredients list, they actually give you really nice and soft silky feel, and I do feel that they controlled my oil, which I thought was really interesting. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited about this baby because we're about to do a second day of a wear test. So I'm gonna apply this foundation on my skin right now. I'm gonna talk to you about consistency, how I feel, how it smells, how it's applying. So the reason why I want to use my beauty blender is because I was using yesterday my brush. And if you're interested what brush I was using, it was Sephora collection and I was using brush number 56, which is pretty good brush for foundation. I really like this brush and I do feel like it does its job perfectly, and it was great. I built really nice medium coverage and I didn't feel like I had any issues with that, so today I'm excited to play with a sponge. Yesterday I used the Skin Glass Serum Primer from Natasha Denona because I wanted to do like a crazy wear test, so I wanted to pair hydrating primer with this foundation and see how it's gonna work. Today I do want to use something less bougie and accessible, and I do have here NYX Honey Do Me Up primer base. So we're gonna use today this bad boy and follow up with our foundation. It has such a cool consistency. It's like sticky, like almost honey-like. I really like this primer. I haven't used this for a while, and the thing is, when I found it in my drawers yesterday, I'm like, yes baby, let's go with mama. I do not quite remember when was the last time I filmed at 6 a.m. to be honest, and when was the last time I had my morning voice in a camera. If this is the first video you're watching from my channel, I usually don't have morning voice, okay? I have better voice usually, but it's a really early morning because I wanna nail this wear test, okay? So that's why I had to wake up super early. So I'm gonna let's start from one pump. So that's a one pump. Right away I want to tell you that this foundation is a little bit thicker than I got used to. For example, I use all the time my Charlotte Tilbury or my Dior, and if you compare to both of them, they are different. They have different finishes. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but this one is thick, which not necessarily is a bad thing. It's just different. So basically I'm gonna apply this foundation right on my face. It doesn't smell, and it does go on really nice and smooth. Even yesterday when I was applying this with a brush, I was really surprised to see how this thick foundation goes on so nicely and evenly. It's like almost shocking because you almost expect it to be heavy, but it's not. Okay guys, so one pump was enough basically for one side of my face. I didn't even include my forehead, so let's do one more pump. So I do want to say that there are some sparkles inside. I'm a medium coverage girl, so if you like full coverage, you would need to build it more. I do feel like it builds so easily. It's so easy to play with this and to make it sheer. Even if I'm not taking enough in my beauty blender right away, it gives me such a beautiful like skin-like finish. I usually blend my foundation a little bit lower to my neck just to, you know, to make sure that my neck isn't lighter than the rest of my face. Okay, so that's basically foundation by itself. So first of all, take a look how glowy my skin is. I hope you can tell that it's massively glowy, and that's what I noticed last time. It's just so beautiful. It feels like my skin looks so healthy, and that's what got me, you know what I mean? This like skin-like finish and beautiful glowy look. So before I'm gonna go and do my makeup and actually show you first day of my wear test, I want to tell you a few things about the application. It's so easy to apply this foundation. You can use either your brush or your beauty blender. With fingers, I'm not a big fan to use fingers. Unless it's a tinted moisturizer, then you kind of need to warm up the product. I'm playing with different foundations, okay? It's just on a daily basis, I feel like I've been searching to find that perfect one, but all of the foundations lately been oxidizing like crazy. And this one, I mean, I wanted to take a look at this. Like, here's the rest of my neck, right, where I didn't blend it, and my foundation looks exactly the same color. It didn't look like I was ghost at first, because, for example, with my Lancome, I want to mention that I do really like this foundation, or even my Kosas, or even Charlotte. If you are watching my channel, you know that I had to exchange this foundation from second neutral to first neutral, because when I swatched this on my hand, I felt like it was great. But because it's oxidizing, I had to go with lighter shade. This foundation, and he's mentioning this in his video as well, is not oxidizing. On my own experience right now, it's so tough to find foundation or any type of complexion product. Even concealer is oxidizing. I was really impressed, guys. So if you're swatching this on your hand, for example, I would still leave it for like 30 seconds till it will dry out. It may change slightly, but honestly, this formula impressed me by its power to stay true to the color, and I do feel like it's a big deal because it's so tough right now to find foundation that would do that. So guys, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go and do my makeup. I'm gonna see how everything is applying at 6 a.m. on my face on the top of this foundation. I'm gonna apply completely different products because yesterday I used my go-to. Today I'm gonna play with something that I haven't used for a while. That's why I was digging into my drawers yesterday and I found this NYX primer. So we're gonna do that, and meanwhile, while I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna show you my first day of a wear test, and then I'm gonna be back and we'll talk about how everything is applying on the top of this baby. Okay guys, so that's the first day when I'm wearing new foundation from Makeup by Mario, and I can tell you guys that even though it's 8 a.m. my skin looks so good and glowy. I'm kind of surprised how it's looking right away, but the consistency was a little bit more thick than I got used to. So I'm a little scared that it's gonna look cakey at the end of the day, but that's why we're here. So we're gonna check that out. And yeah, for now, I really like how everything looks, so far so good. Okay guys, so I'm getting out of work and I'm massively tired, so just excuse the way I look. And I'm filming in the light of my car. I want to show you how it looks, okay? I want to show you how my skin looks, because it does look really damn good as for a foundation and as for a wear test I had. Right now it's 6 o'clock and I'll show you in a few hours how it's gonna look at the end of the night, but so far pretty good. Okay guys, so I'm wearing my pajama and that means that officially I'm done with this day. I'm ready to go to wash my face and actually, you know, relax. It's been a hell of a day, but I'm so happy that I was filming in this day just because I was able to check out how this new foundation from Makeup by Mario was wearing through really crazy busy day. So I wanted to take a look at my skin and see what I see. This foundation, even though it was really thick in consistency, it felt really nice on the face, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I was barely drinking any water, I could see my skin look really glowy and really nice. I thought that it's gonna give me very almost like mattifying look, because when I applied this on my hand, I felt like it was pretty heavy, and I'm like, how this consistency will give me that lightweight luminous finish, but it did. So I'm kind of confused because I think I'm really loving this. My skin doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy, it didn't settle in my smile lines or under my eyes, and I was applying this under my eyes as well. I'm trying always to either mix this with my eye cream. This time I applied my eye cream and let it sit, and then I applied this foundation. I had zero concealer just because I wanted to see how this foundation works by itself. So let me see, at 8 a.m. I was already at work. I started applying my makeup around 6:30. So I basically had this on my face from 6:30 to 10 p.m. and that's the result you see. So yeah, I do feel like it was a good wear test. I'm really happy with the way my skin looks right now, even though it was a really crazy day. So yeah guys, that's how my skin looks. I do want to mention that I have really dry skin, especially right now when, you know, we're kind of transitioning into super cold weather, especially here in New York. So yeah, that's my thoughts about this foundation after wearing this for the whole day. Okay guys, I'm back and my makeup is done, and let me tell you a few words about the whole application situation. So I do really like how everything applies on the top of this foundation. I did use today my NARS Laguna bronzing cream, and I added on a top powder formula from Milani. It's a baked powder blush in the shade Luminoso. I haven't used this one for a long time, so I'm excited to check this out again. No matter what formula you're using, if it's a good formula, obviously. Powder and cream, both of them apply so nicely on the top of this foundation. I can definitely see some shimmer on foundation, so if you don't mind those small pieces of shimmer, it's gonna give you such a beautiful luminous look. I set my face with my setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury, and it just added such a beautiful touch to this look. And what can I tell you is that my face feels almost like I powdered this, but it's such a soft texture, not like heavy powder, you know what I mean? So I do really like it. Means that it's gonna control your oil throughout the day, which is really amazing. I think that my under eye doesn't look as nice as it was yesterday, but it may be just my skin because I didn't drink water yesterday, so my skin may be dehydrated. So we'll see how it's gonna go throughout the day. I'm excited to do a second day of a wear test, so yeah, stay with me and let's see how it's gonna go, because so far I'm really loving this, and I do feel like this is such a beautiful foundation, such a beautiful formula for someone who likes nice and luminous natural finish with a medium coverage that will look basically like your skin but better. Okay guys, so I came back from work and I'm about to go and wash my face, and let's talk about this new foundation because I'm massively excited to tell you about my second day of wear test and how everything was working out for me. So yeah, let's get into this. So first of all, when I filmed the video and I was driving to work, sun was kind of like going up, so I could see myself in the sunlight in the mirror. And guys, remember I was mentioning you about small pieces of shimmer that this foundation has? So Actually, in the sunlight, I was able to see them and my skin was looking so glowy. I really liked it. And to be honest, just like for all foundations, you need to make sure that your skincare routine is really great, because when I feel like I have really hard week and I'm skipping some steps in skincare routine, I may get, you know, my foundation not to wear for as long as normally I would. Lately, I've been really good with my skincare routine. I'm trying not to skip any steps. I'm trying to all the time be consistent and all the time to use actives and combine them with like a good hydration. So overall, I do really like how my skin looks after second day of wearing this foundation. I got few compliments, which is always a good thing, and honestly, I don't think that it's sinking into my fine lines. I do feel like it's coming here, but it's not so drastic like it would be, you know, super visible and heavy. The thing is about this foundation, it gives you beautiful finish. It gives you almost like a powdery finish at this point. It gets greasy for me. I'm really dry, but if I have really crazy day, it can get greasy, usually in the T-zone. But here I have just my forehead that I would love to touch. Other than that, I feel like my complexion looks really good. And if I would touch up this with a little bit of powder, it would look honestly almost flawless, which is so crazy. Like when I'm saying this out loud, it's just insane. For $42, I do feel like if you are more high-end makeup buyer, $42 it's such a good price for a high-end foundation, especially for the formula like that. I think that he nailed the formula, to be honest. So if you're familiar with Charlotte Tilbury, I know a lot of people were comparing this foundation to Charlotte, and this beautiful skin foundation is one of my go-to, so I can't say anything bad about this. But I do know I'm really dry, and if I'm wearing this for the whole day, I can get a little sticky at the end of the day. With this one, I see it's more like a powdery finish, so it kind of keeps your oil in, which is really great. If you compare it to Dior Backstage foundation, this one is super liquidy. Makeup by Mario is more like a thicker consistency, and Dior gets patchy on me because I'm really dry, and it's more like a soft matte finish, so it's definitely more hydrating than Dior. I know that a lot of you guys love Too Faced. I have dewy one on my table. If you compare it to this one, Makeup by Mario is gonna be definitely more coverage, and it's not settling, it's more like lightweight formula. If you compare it to Ilia, it's definitely heavier coverage. Ilia has more benefits for your skin though, but it doesn't claim to be full coverage. This one you can build to full coverage, and a little goes a long way. 2 pumps made my whole face look good, so that's a good thing. And I do feel like price point isn't a deal breaker. I'm excited for you to try this, honestly, because I do feel like that's a good launch. I'm massively excited about this one. I do think I'm gonna use this for a few more days just to make sure that my opinion is not changing. And then guys, if anything, I'll let you know. You know me, I'm always honest with you about the products I'm liking or I'm hating, because there are so many things around and you definitely need to know about them. If you are oily skin, you may need to touch up throughout the day this foundation, and it does have small shimmers, so if you're not that person who likes glowy, dewy skin and that shimmer pieces would possibly bother you, you may need to skip this because it is really glowy. But since I'm dry, it's hard for me to get that luminous look, so I need to kind of like play with different formulas. So I'm excited for this. I do feel like he nailed the formula, to be honest. I really like it, and I think that it's a massively good launch, especially considering that it's not oxidizing, and even when you look at my skin right now, it does look the same color-wise like it looked in the morning time. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please let me know, have you already tried this, or are you planning buying this new launch from Makeup by Mario? And also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. I will be really happy to have you guys in my YouTube family. And like always, let's learn new Ukrainian word. And I was thinking that we need to know how to say skin in Ukrainian. So if you want to say skin in Ukrainian, you would say it like shkira, shkira. And yeah, thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I love you all very much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!